Oh, what happened to the music? Ow! Whoa, that hurt. Whoa, I can't see. Can't see, guys. I can't see. Can't see. Hold on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ow! That was actually unplanned what I just did. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome to Unsound Logic Saturday Nightcap. Glad to be here with you guys for our first official episode. Which means there better not be any scuff, right? Don't screw it up, Logic. Don't screw it up. I already screwed it up. I probably broke a toe doing that. Whew. Well, welcome everybody. Glad to be here. Pain aside, pain aside. Got that drink ready. You know, we gotta have our drinks ready for the Saturday Nightcap because that's just what we're about here, guys. That's what we're about. That water's pretty tasty. That water's pretty tasty, I'll tell you what. Again, guys, so good to be here. I know I took a week off last week. I was kind of bummed. I really wanted to multi-stream it over to YouTube. Having some hiccups with that. I know it's possible. I know it's doable, and I know there are more than a few ways to get it done, but just not yet, not yet. It has to be on my terms, so we get it just right, you know. But again, welcome everybody. Let's get this underway here. It's been a whole 2 weeks since I've seen you guys, and man, what a crazy week it's been. You know, did a lot of Lazada shopping out here in Philippines. You know, um, those of you unaware, Lazada, I guess you could call it like a Filipino Wish of sorts. Um, Kind of some crazy stuff on there. You can find just about anything you want to, but what will actually show up at your door is a completely different thing altogether. Um, Luckily, everything that has been ordered so far has shown up as it's supposed to, and haven't had any bad luck yet. But tell you what, like the urge to get one of those mystery boxes and see what's actually in there kind of appeals to me. It sounds like a lot of fun. Um, but I guess every time I roll the dice on it anyway, um, it's gonna be a mystery box anyways. But so far, it's been a good experience on there. I've gotten a few odds and ends. One thing you might be noticing is the quality of my connection is drastically increased because one of the things I ordered was a LAN cable, Ethernet cable, Cat 5, Cat 6, whatever you want to call it. The Cat 6 specifically for you nerds out there. But I'm hardwired up. Connection should be pretty solid now. Before we were carrying the show on the Wi-Fi, and you know how Wi-Fi is. You know, you're just sitting there, you're live. Neighbor turns on his microwave, heat up that leftover burrito, and before you know it, you're dropped, losing packets. Things are going bad, left and right, left and right. Um, but so far, so good with the LAN cable. Got a few other cool little things. Nothing else really noteworthy, really. We did get some of those LED lights as you saw, but I'll tell you what, they started off on the wall. They're no longer on the wall. And I did what I could, at least while I was putting them up, made sure they were good, sturdy, solid, wiped down the surface that they were going on, all that. And just over the course of a day or two, I just watched them just melt off the wall. And that's what happens. And I'll tell you what, that was the top reviewed set of lights for LED lights that they had on Lazada. Hey, how you say that? Face Nefker? Either way, welcome, welcome. Appreciate the wave. Welcome to the channel. Glad to have you. Just getting underway with our show here. Talking a little about our fun with Lazada out here in Philippines. Um, so we'll see what kind of fun, interesting things get ordered along the way or what I actually end up with. Um, again, being out here is just, it's amazing. I'm loving it out here. Like, definitely, there's definitely pros and cons to everywhere that you might want to live. And Philippines is no exception. Me and Mr. Meme, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Me Mafia, again, who I thank for this amazing opportunity to be out here and work with him. They're out at the grocery store today, and that's one of the things about the grocery store here is you may or may not necessarily find what you're looking for. At least most of the time we're having pretty good luck, but there's a good chance that you're not going to be able to find a third of what you're actually looking for at the grocery store. Case in point was when we were at the grocery store last week, actually. Something as simple as lettuce. By the way, I hate lettuce. Disgusting, terrible, terrible thing. Should not exist. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into the whole, anti-lettuce agenda that I have because I don't just not like it. I'm anti-lettuce, okay? I'm against it. I'm against it. Don't like it. Doesn't belong on anything. It's a useless water leaf. Why do we gotta have that? Why do we gotta have that? But I'll tell you one thing they do have. They have complete aisles dedicated to things like coffee. The entire aisle, coffee, 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 and entire aisles of noodles or ramen, whatever you want to call it, or as it's called out here, pancit canton, which I've become quite addicted to. Now I'm starting to uncover some more of the local varieties and flavors of it out here. Um, it's good though. It's been good. So let's get right into it then. We're gonna get right into things, kind of get things going here. So again, for those unfamiliar, for those just checking out the first episode, not the pilot episode, I'm unsoundlogic. I've been streaming here on Theta for a while now. Took a pretty long break. I'm gonna say that was like a 2-year break. I want to say. Yeah, we're going a little over 2 years now. Um, I haven't been around, but I'm back. I'm back, and now you're gonna have a heck of a lot of trouble getting rid of me again. Um, it's great to be with this community again. As I was saying earlier, we're going to be multi-streaming over to YouTube as well. Um, and this is my weekly Saturday Nightcap show. Um, Kind of the point is trying to get as close as I can to a late night talk show with a few little twists here. Um, Audience interaction first and foremost. If anyone wants to just reach out, has something to say, has any questions, I'll just take it. I'll take it and I'll run with it and we'll make it part of the show. So you, my friends, are absolutely pivotal to the show. That being said, I got a few other things in store. I'm going to be filming some sketches, skits. We're going to have some guests. Gotta find a little, local talent as well, people that we can bring around to the show. Talk about being out here. Hey, Cassandra Fox, thanks for the wave. Welcome back. Glad to have you. So I'm hopeful, we can find some people to interview, some people to talk to. We can do the sketches, the skits, whatever you want to call them, and there'll be things like that included in the show. I highlighted a few of the other content things I've been working on our pilot episode last week. Or sorry, I keep forgetting. I I took a week off. I know, guys, it's so painful. But to be honest, I just, I had a bit of a headache. I wasn't feeling it. I was pretty bummed that we couldn't multi-stream to YouTube, but I'm gonna get that sorted out as soon as possible. And you can know that at least, this full episode in its entirety will be available over there on our YouTube channel. So, you want to just re-listen to some things or you're like, what did he say? Then you can go back and check it out over on our Dark Lunch Studios YouTube channel. And have our little bots here start getting that linked up sooner or later here. So, we're here. We're back and we're live. Gonna kick it off here. I want to try to make news stories, at least kind of like a top 3 news stories of the past week, and we're going to talk about them a bit, make fun of them. So, without further ado, here's our first story of the week. I should be shuffling some papers here, slamming them down on the desk, but ain't got nothing like that, so we're just going to have to make do, guys. So, I was hearing that a bear escaped from a crate in the cargo hold of an Iraqi plane in Dubai. I mean, at least it doesn't seem like it happened midair, so I guess that's good, because I mean, who wants a gigantic bear just kind of, having free reign, running around the plane? It's like snakes on a plane, but a lot worse, right? A lot worse, right? So this bear was being transported from Iraq to a zoo in Pakistan, and apparently it seems like after the landing, it broke free, and instead of roaming around on a plane, had a lot more room to roam around in the airport. Um, the airline involved denied any responsibility, and they just blamed the crate supplier, which I get. I understand, I understand how it goes. Shada, long time no see. Welcome back, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Always a pleasure to have you here, my friend. But thinking about this bear and this plane story, kind of makes me think about why I would always fly first class. You never know what kind of animals you might encounter in coach, right? I mean, bear, a lion, a Kardashian. Who knows? Who knows? And that would be the worst of those plane troubles. That's for sure. Moving on to our next story. Woman in Arizona got a double whammy. Double whammy when she was attacked by a snake and a hawk at the same time while mowing her lawn. I mean, think about that. Think about that, right? Like, you're just out there mowing the lawn, it's going good, and then all of a sudden, wham! Feel a sharp pain in your leg, and you just look down, you see that a rattlesnake is just biting on you, gnawing on you, injecting that wonderful, wonderful poison into you. And just as that was happening, and she's looking down at this terrifying sight, she looks up, and then a hawk swoops down on her. I mean, talk about bad luck, right? I mean, it's bad enough, you got the snake biting on your leg, and then you got this hawk who's just like, nah, you're not having enough trouble. I'm gonna cause you some more trouble. Luckily, she ran inside, called 911. She said she was not sure why the hawk attacked her, but guessed it was either hungry or jealous of her snake bite. I mean, she took that in good spirit, I guess. She took it in good spirit, and seems like she made it out of that okay. Which, again, that's why I always wear boots and a helmet when I go outside. I don't care if I look like a goofball. Just throw those suckers on, toss on the helmet, just go out there, and then you're safe, because you never know what kind of wildlife you might encounter, especially in Arizona. Snake, a hawk, a sheriff might be, just might not be ready for that. So it's always good to go prepared. In some other news here, a seemingly untrained female sprinter represented Somalia at the World University Games in China, and people were giving her a lot of trouble. Plucked off. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate the wave, my friend. Glad to have you. So the sprinter, from Somalia, she took more than 20 seconds to finish a 100-meter race. Hey, that's better than I could do. So I mean, kudos to her. Either way, took 20 seconds to finish a 100-meter race. Became a viral sensation on social media. Somalia's sports minister apologized for her performance and said she was not an official athlete, but a student who volunteered to run for her country. That's a thing. Usually at things like that, you're not getting a participation trophy. But I guess bless her heart for trying, right? And good on her for volunteering for that. And personally, this is This is why I always avoid volunteering for anything. You never know what kind of trouble you might get into. You might, you might, you might end up in a race you can't win. Or worse, guys, worse. You might end up on this show. And that was our top 3 stories for the week. Thank you, guys. And we'll be doing some more of those. We'll be exploring some weird headlines, some interesting things coming up, going on in the world, and kind of talking about that. So, I think next we're probably going to dip into my memoirs. I still got a lot of other things I got to work on for the show. What I am going to do here, guys, is, I really didn't intend on slamming my foot onto what I did there while I was doing the little dance there in the beginning. So I'm going to take the intermission just a little bit early and just kind of check on that real quick, guys. Again, so sorry I'm gonna do that a little earlier here. So give me just a moment, put some music on. Just give me a moment, check that out, okay? All right, guys. Sorry about that. I appreciate you giving me a moment there. I really didn't expect to slam my foot and my precious toes into solid wood. That was definitely not part of the plan. But it's not bleeding. It's not broken. So I guess I'll take that as a small win, right? It's something. It's something. So without further ado, guys, we're gonna dip right into my Philippine memoirs here. We're gonna talk a little bit about some of the time I've spent out here, and I'm going to try to make that a weekly habit to kind of cover some of those things. I've been trying to keep really detailed, really up-to-date journals. And last week, if you were here, I shared a little bit about some of my first few hours on the on the ground out here, as well as the journey over to Philippines. And again, thank you so much to Mr. Meme Mafia for making that possible. I really appreciate it. It's been an amazing journey, and there are so many more memories that we're going to make together out here. So if you haven't already yet, make sure you go drop Mr. Meme a follow. I know we are hard at work on some of that content for his new project, his International Hippie channel. So again, just want to drop some love out there for him. Make sure you guys go check that out, and we're gonna get right into it. So we're gonna get some more into my memoirs here. My first actual day here in Philippines. There, as I'm kind of just peeking over it again, there are definitely some personal details, but that's okay. I'm just going to be open. I'm going to share it with you guys, and we're going to get right into that. And again, if anyone has anything to say, any questions or anything like that, feel free, because again, you guys are absolutely critical to the show. I'm hoping we'll get some more participation, some more people, saying some things, and we're going to integrate that into the show. So, take a drink. I think we need a little music for this, so let me try to find something a little low-key here. Let me see, guys. Yeah, this should work for our purposes. Sorry, one of those few things that I didn't have ready in advance. But we'll just enjoy some jazz. Adjust the levels here. Whoa, that made channel flip out. Probo, welcome. Appreciate the follow. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Glad to have you here. We're just about to get underway with some of my journey here in Philippines so far. So we left off, as I was kind of checking out the town last night. I'll admit, I left some things out, some things I didn't want to spoil. I'm hoping to eventually clean these memoirs up, get them published, and you guys can read them all for yourself, all the juicy details. Appreciate the wave, Proball, and again, thank you for the follow, my friend. I really appreciate that, and I'm glad to have you here. A little something for you, a little summer crate for you, my friend. And we're gonna get into reading from the memoirs, guys. So this is gonna be from chapter 1 of my memoirs, Fear and Loathing in Angeles. Day 1, a brief respite. I woke up to a headache, but luckily, nothing else. I remember laying there deliriously evaluating the situation. I didn't feel like I was on a boat or about to vomit. Good enough. Time to rise. So, I got up out of bed, made my way to the bathroom, and let forth all the fury that had been building up in my bowels. And it was nice, And it was nice, but it was at that moment, it was at that very moment that I realized something. I had a realization as I was sitting there on the toilet, guys. You have to do things a little different out in Philippines. And I hadn't really gotten a tutorial on how to take care of business afterwards. Toilet paper is uncommon in the Philippines. Generally, if there is some around, what you're supposed to do is you take a little blaster hose, guys, a little blaster hose, and you're supposed to, you know, you can clean yourself up with that. Other places don't even have that, and a different technique is involved there, which I guess I'm not really going to get into the details of that. But for the sake of brevity, you know, here's how you're using this little hose. Just giving yourself a little clean off with that instead. So generally then, if there is toilet paper around, you use that to kind of dry up afterwards. And what you're supposed to do with the wet toilet paper is you're definitely not supposed to put it in the toilet or flush that. Plumbing isn't so great out here, especially with that. So yeah. Well, that was this is my first mistake. I tried to flush the toilet paper. So, you know, I was a little hungover. We had a few beers the night before, and it'd been a while since I really drank, so I didn't really think about it much. I was more concerned with what was going on in my tummy, you know? So, not really thinking about the state of the plumbing, blasted myself clean, dried, and, well, attempted to flush the toilet paper. Again, this is my first mistake I made out here, guys. It's a little embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing to talk about, but, you know, I want people to know these kinds of things for, you know, if they ever come out here, it's something that you have to keep in mind, you know. So, definitely my mistake. Tried to flush it down the toilet, and, yeah, I was horrified to see that none of that all was really going anywhere. Most of the liquid, most of the water went down. And, you know, the remaining toilet paper and anything blocked by it did not. That just didn't work. So naturally, you know, I'm a pretty rational person, you know. I didn't panic, you know. I had to sit. I had to think about it rationally for a moment. And, of course, naturally, I tried to give it a few more flushes. Same result, just wasn't going anywhere. Oops. And that was my first mistake. So after, you know, trying those flushes over the next several minutes, with minimal luck at best, the anxiety began to kick in. So here I was being rational, but then the anxiety kicks up, because who wants anyone to find that, you know? Who wants anyone to walk into that bathroom after you just did that to it? And have to deal with that? Either way, I messed up! I messed up, guys. I messed up. Not good, not good. The good news was the toilet wasn't flooding over, wasn't making a big mess anywhere else. You know, nobody else was awake yet. Lag issue. Interesting. I'm not seeing anything on my monitoring end. It's looking good from a separate system, so I'm not sure. Yeah, that could be actually an issue on your end. I've heard of people having that before. I would give it the good old F5 treatment, my friend, and refresh the page. If you're on a Windows system, you might be able to do the Control F5, and that should help it out. But you know, it's such a common issue here on Theta that there's actually this emote for it, and that might help you out. Hopefully get it caught up for you. Again, from what I'm seeing, at least on my other system, I'm not having any issues, so I'm going to guess that it's something local to you, but I will absolutely try my best to help you out. I haven't mentioned before, guys, tech support here. So I'll always try to help you out if you have any trouble with it. No lag over there in Cali. Appreciate you letting me know, Lisa. And at least with that, give it a shot, my friend. And I'm gonna continue on with the story here. So, is it about that moment, guys? It was at about that moment I was having some wicked anxiety. Again, who wants somebody to walk in and find that, especially someone you just barely met? If you guys didn't know, I had finally just met Meme for the first time out here when I came out here to Philippines. That was the first time we actually met in person. I definitely wasn't trying to mess that up or make a bad impression, so I was definitely getting anxious about that. Either way, I messed up. There was no flood. Nothing else was really going wrong. I wasn't going to sit in there, all morning, and I was just going to have to ask for help or, kind of figure it out on my own, at least then. So, I washed my hands, exit the bathroom. Like, okay, I got some time to think about this, some time to think about a solution to this. But I was absolutely appalled. Absolutely appalled to see that Mr. Meme's dad had woken up and was already walking right past me, right into the restroom, where I could be like, wait, he closed himself in. Closed himself in there. Sunk my head down a bit, and just waited, because at that point it was going to be a reaction. And that reaction came just a few seconds later. Houston, we have a problem in here! I hear him yell. I messed up all right. Luckily, the damage was minimal. Everything was contained. He eventually makes his way out. I apologize. I know there's some things I still need to learn about this place. Sorry about that, I mutter back at him. He laughed. It was funny. It was pretty funny in hindsight. Embarrassing. Very embarrassing, actually, but I mean, think about it. It was pretty funny, right, guys? He let me know that they would take care of it at the hotel. It wasn't going to be a big deal. And and then about this time, that I learned to complete that process correctly. Haven't had any issues like that since, so it was a good thing. It was a good thing to learn about. Definitely a very valuable lesson to learn. But the day was just getting started, guys. The day was just getting started. So, after getting that lesson learned, it was it was time to make good with the hotel, because they had to take care of that, unfortunately. So some help was going to be needed. I did the walk of shame. The walk of shame, different walk of shame, guys. That was the toilet walk of shame. That was the foreigner tourist walk of shame down there to the front desk. So I made my way down there to the hotel front desk. I apologized and let him know, hey, I'm learning these things. I was a little hungover, didn't think about it, and let him know. And luckily, wasn't a big deal. They sent somebody up right away to take care of it. And, with that situation addressed, it was time to get cleaned up and start the day right. That first lesson was learned, my friends. That first lesson was learned. I'll tell you what. It was nice. It felt really, really nice to take a shower after the long travel day. I was relieved, so relieved that the toilet thing hadn't become an issue. And, that was good. That was good. So, after getting cleaned up, we make our way out. It was time. It was time to explore the real Angela City. And man, what a place to explore for your, first time out in the Philippines. Haven't been up to Manila yet, but I'm sure Angeles has its own vibe, its own personality, and it's definitely a very interesting place to be. I still remember walking outside that first time and getting to see everything in the daylight. Because remember, guys, when I got out here, it was the dead of night. It was the middle of the night. I want to say it was midnight or even later. It was dark. I couldn't see much. It was all confusing and strange and interesting. But now I was getting out there to finally get to check it out, be able to see it for everything that it is. You know, it was crazy to see the city with so much life. There was more hustle, bustle, people getting around doing things. And we made our way to a restaurant. I was so happy they chose something that was oh so comfortable for me. It was a Mexican food restaurant, and I just remember feeling immediately comfortable. It was like an oasis. It had a very Southern California vibe to it. It immediately put my mind at ease, and it was good. It was good, guys. And it was time to eat. It was time to eat, and luckily, it was going to be something that was just very comfortable to me. I didn't have to think too much about it. Their menu was huge. It not only had a staggering amount of foreign dishes, but also a healthy amount of Filipino food. So, you know, that was the thing. I definitely do need to try more Filipino food. I'm definitely guilty as charged. I definitely haven't had enough of it while I've been out here. That's something that I'm going to get into for sure. You know, I'm a little bit of a picky eater. So things like that are always a struggle with me, but as I slowly, you know, try to introduce those things in, I'll definitely become a lot more comfortable with it, for sure. Menu is huge, though. Menu is absolutely huge. There was something for everybody there. You know, you want Mexican, you got it. You want a burger, you got it. You want, you know, even some Chinese, they got it. You want the Filipino food? Absolutely. But right then and there would be plenty of time for trying things. Right now, what I wanted most was a taste of home. I wanted to feel comfortable. So I ordered the chicken taquitos, but I got a cucumber lemonade to drink. Like I was saying, picky eater. It's a little hard to get me to try new things sometimes. But I was willing to give the new drink a shot. I generally tolerate trying new drinks far more easily than trying new foods. I'm a texture guy, so that's usually where the picky eating thing, you know, kind of comes to a head. But I was down to try this. It sounded pretty good. And I was glad I tried the cucumber lemonade, guys. I was really glad. It was refreshing. It hit the spot. It was hot outside. I was sweating, so an ice cold lemonade and some cucumber blended in there. It sounded really good, and it hit the spot for sure. Looking back, you know, I remember this being the first time that I knew that I loved being here and that I had made the right decision in pursuing this unique opportunity. Again, thank you, Mr. Meme. Thank you for it. And for those curious, I did happen to get a picture of that cucumber lemonade. I'm going to try to share these things in the Dark Lunch Studios Discord. If you're not already a member of the Dark Lunch Studios Discord, I'm going to share the URL here. And I'll try my best to vocalize the darklun.ch/Discord. Links there in the chat if you guys want to join up into the Discord. All the updates for all of my little projects will be there. And I'm going to share some of the photos that I got along the way from the memoirs in that Discord with you guys so you guys can check it out. Kind of get a taste of the Philippines for yourself, you know? So, after finishing our meal, it was time to check out the town some more, you know, and just get a feel for the local mall. Mr. Meme had mentioned the wide variety of ways in which you can get around. You know, in the Philippines, there's buses, there's vans, there's jeepneys, and trikes. And I was about to have my very first trike ride. Guys. And, you know, I'll admit, I was hesitant at first. Not because of, you know, being in a trike. So, with those unfamiliar, a trike is basically a motorcycle. and it's got a little sidecar. People out here in the Philippines and a lot of the, you know, the riders, they like to deck these things out sometimes. You know, I've even seen a few trikes here and there with some RGB lights. They get some cool custom seating in there that put some cool stickers up, you know, in the little sidecar for you. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. But I was hesitant about it, right? I wasn't hesitant at first because of, you know, the trike itself, but because of what I had witnessed when it came to basic traffic safety. Again, people just go wherever they want, wrong side of the street even. They'll just blow right past you. There's not really any stoplights. I shouldn't say there's none, but there are very, very few. Usually at the crazier intersections, kind of like by the mall. The little sidecar can hold 2 occupants, and maybe a third that can sit on the back of the bike with the driver, the rider. But you know, guys, hopped right in with Mr. Meme again. There's a very cool picture he took of us together in that sidecar, which I'm going to be sharing over in the Discord as well. It was my very first trike ride. It was a blast. All that hesitancy, as soon as I hopped in that thing, all that hesitancy, all that fear I had was out the window. Tell you what, guys, I'll tell you what now, this is my favorite way to travel around here. There's just nothing like it. It is so, so fun, and I love it, absolutely love it, guys. Not only was this a quick way to get around, it also happened to be a lot of fun. Sunglasses on, my crazy long hair. You guys I don't think you guys have really seen a picture of how I looked when I came out there. So again, if you're really curious, again, I really, really would love to have you in the Discord. I'm going to be sharing some of those pictures, including this one. So, you know, sunglasses on, hair in the wind, made our way over to the mall. It was a short ride. The mall looked really nice. It was well air conditioned, which honestly, that air conditioning was a godsend, because I was a dripping ball of sweat after walking around, hopping in the trike. It was just a mess. So I was really glad, really thankful to have that fresh, cold air. So we walk into the mall. Pretty standard mall, really. They got security at the door. They give you a little wave of the wand. If you got a bag, they check in your bag, and otherwise they just set you loose in there. Set you loose to shop until you drop. So we're in the mall. My mind was at ease as we made our way around. Got a coffee, you know, wake up a bit. Immediately after the coffee, though, we got a Jamba Juice, and enjoyed that. You know, a little taste of home. It was great to see all of those familiar brands and logos, things that, you know, might take for granted back in the U.S. So that was a very welcome thing. Nice sign of relief there. And man, oh man, that ice cold Jamba Juice smoothie, the air conditioning when I was a ball of sweat. Relaxing. It was relaxing, and it was nice. The other thing kind of on the agenda was I needed to get a SIM card for my phone. And we did that. Got a SIM card for my phone. As we walked around, Meme received numerous compliments on his hair. As you know, Meme's a very, very high-profile person. Though foreigners, you know, are more common in Angela City, it does tend to be a little bit of a touristy hotspot. We both stuck out like sore thumbs, let's be real. Many eyes, many cameras were quietly watching us as we made our way around. It's a little bit of a strange experience for sure. It was strange. Something that only got more intense as we made our way out to Bulacan, Sapang Pale, which I'm going to get into a little bit further in here in the memoirs, which we're going to be covering. Because Chapter 2, guys, Chapter 2 after Chapter 1 here is called Bulacan. And going to cover, you know, a lot of the Bulacan leg of the journey there. But I digress. It was definitely strange to have, you know, all those people looking at us, taking pictures of us. You know, people tend to think that he looks like Post Malone out here, and I mean, he kind of does, right? He kind of gives the Post Malone vibes. Some of the other noteworthy nicknames of his are Pants at Canton, Santa Nino, Jesus, among many things. But yeah, it was weird, guys. It was weird. So we just kind of looky-looed around the mall. You know, he was kind of just showing me around. Finished the Jamba Juice, walked around, plenty of other stores that I was familiar with there. So it was cool for sure, and I'm glad that we spent some time checking that out. So we ended up taking a walk back to the hotel instead of taking a trike. To be honest, the first month was going to be really tight. It was going to be really tight, and cutting little corners everywhere we could was going to be a good thing, because trike ride, you know, 100 pesos here, 150 there, that adds up really quick, especially if you're getting out and around on the town. So I was definitely going to be in store for a lot more walking, that was for sure. So my mind was just kind of going crazy, you know, as we were walking. I was taking in all the sights, the sounds. It was starting to get a little dark. There was so much more to see, and I was so excited to get the journey underway. So with that, my mind going crazy, I was ready for some dinner and to relax for the night. I was ready to relax, guys. Which brings us to the end of that portion of this chapter. That was day one, my first official day on the ground in Philippines with me Mafia, having a wonderful time. It was good, guys. It was good. So, as I tie this little section off here, guys, did you know the Philippines has a very diverse culture? It's crazy how much culture there is here, actually. Philippines is like a melting pot of various, you know, Asian cultures and different things. Incorporates elements of India, the Middle East, and other parts of Southeast Asia. And it's very likely that the original inhabitants likely moved to the archipelago from the nearby shores of the Asian continent. So, a little bit of a factoid for you guys there. You know, kind of mix in a little fact with all the story. Again, that'll be something you'll get to read about in my memoirs. I'm really excited to share those with you guys. Hopefully, get them published and you can read them in their entirety. Because again, guys, I'm not going to share every little nitty-gritty detail. No, if you want all the little nitty-gritty details, you're going to have to read the book, guys. So hopefully, you'll get that cleaned up, published someday. And we're going to make it part of the show here to share those parts of the journey with you guys. And again, the Discord is linked up if you want to see some of the pictures I'm going to share. Actually, you know, I haven't done that. I don't think I have a channel for that. I'll get that up, guys. I promise. And we'll get some of those pictures shared in there. Is happy birthday? It is happy birthday. Which also is a good reminder. My birthday's coming up, guys. My birthday's coming up. August 30th will be my birthday. Be 38 years young. Hard to believe, right? Hard to believe. I mean, look at guys. I still don't even have any gray hairs in there. Amazing, right? Amazing. But I'll tell you what, I may not get the gray hairs, but this beard grows really quick, guys. Grows really quick. But yep, I'll be 38 years old, August 30th. I do plan on doing a very short, special birthday stream show then. So be sure to, again, I hate to keep saying it, guys, the Darkline Studios Discord, there'll be a reminder about that, and we'll do a little birthday show, you know, guys? And we'll have a lot of fun with that. Which, I'm sorry to say, guys, is bringing us up into the conclusion of the show for the night. We're going to be wrapping it up here very shortly. There's so much, to see here, so much to share with you guys, and so much cool stuff we're going to do on the show. So work in progress for sure, and be improving things as we go. Again, guys, if you're not already following the Dark Lunch Studios YouTube channel, be sure to stop by there. Every single episode is going to be available there in its entirety, so that you can get caught up, you know, on things or share some certain moments with people. And we'll do some more content on there too. I'm really hoping we'll get the multi-stream setup figured out, and we'll be able to carry the show on both platforms. So coming soon, guys, coming soon. Also got some other side content up on there. All of my old Theta streams are available there. Most of them anyway. A few didn't make the cut due to due to certain copyright issues. You know, it happens. But most of those are there, as well as my pre-recorded content shorts, conversations with creatures, where we just have some dumb conversations with different creatures out and about here in Philippines, anywhere in the world we go, really. So be sure to do it, guys. Be sure to go check that out. Be sure to go follow it. I'm going to be working on some other stuff for the show, various sketches, skits. It's not just going to be me sitting here talking the whole time. We'll do some little things, you know, to kind of highlight what I'm thinking. We'll highlight some Philippine culture into those skits, some of those sketches, and we'll have a good time with it. I'll also be bringing some guests around. I hope to have some interviews with some locals, talk about some things, as well as just some other random guests, other fun things, all sorts of fun things planned, guys. And it's going to be a good time. So again, thank you so much. Let me, we're going to switch gears here. I hate to kill the jazz. We're going to kill the jazz, guys. Because we have a tradition here, a little tradition from streams before. And we're going to play our wrap-up music. We're going to play the wrap-up music. Let's see. Sorry. Should have had it ready. I know. Need to have some more Stream Deck buttons, you know, and then I can just boop, and then just hit it, just roll with it. But we'll get there, guys. You know, a little bit of scuff at a time. We will get there. And so let's see here. Here it is. We're going to go to our typical old closing music. And we're going to wrap things up here, guys. And while we wrap it up, let's make it a little more fun. Let me get the lights back on. Because it's the nightcap, guys. It's the nightcap. And it's got to be a little fun, right? Maybe I'll get some lights that can actually stick on the ceiling and not ones, you know, that are so well reviewed, solid 4.9 on Lazada, and just fall everywhere, making a mess of everything, ruining the fun, you know. So let's get to it, guys. Let's go find. We gotta find somebody that we can raid, you know. Let's see what we can find out here on the wild Thetaverse here. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, guys. We haven't paid him a visit yet, you know. I don't think we've paid him a visit on my stream ever. So we're going to carry the love over to Smoke and Fire TV. We're going to go show him some love. And we're going to go raid him. We're going to raid him, say hi, hello, how's it going, you know, all a good time. So make sure you guys treat him well. Again, thank you so much, guys. It really means so much to me to have you guys hanging out here with me. We're going to make these a regular thing. Make sure you tune into the Discord for all the updates. There's more shows, more things, and all sorts of goodies planned for you. Let me close that giveaway here, guys. We're going to see who the lucky winners are, guys. Let's see. And go. Only one winner? What happened, guys? Come on. I made those questions pretty easy. Congratulations, Slice21, on scoring that summer crate. We're going to go pay Smoke and Fire TV a visit. So again, thank you so much, guys. Much love. You're all amazing. You're all wonderful. You're all beautiful. Let's go do it, guys. Let's go do it. Let's go get Smoke and Fire, guys. Again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Goodbye. Goodbye. We're out of here, guys. We're out of here.